Today we have LaShawn here with us. LaShawn, can you state your full name and the organization that you work for?
Yes. My name is LaShawn Huey. I'm currently work in Cuyahoga County as a program development assistant for the Welcome Center. And on Mondays, going to be utilizing my community health work.
That sounds wonderful. Thank you so much for being here today and to be a part of this important conversation about the important work of community health workers. So I would just like to start and ask, what is your why?
So my why. So growing up, I grew up with a single father and his mother, which is my grandmother. And I remember there was a lot of things that we need help with. You know, we was on benefit. We get food stamps and Medicaid. And there'd be little things I remember growing up that my father didn't have the answer for or don't know where to go. And I can tell from a young age that he needed assistance. And he do have a issue asking for help. So I saw that growing up. At one point on my mother's side, because they were separate, when I got to learn how my mom doing, my mom had a mental health. I believe schizophrenia. And for that background, there was just a lot of things that I just didn't know. And I always tell myself, I wonder is there support or organization that do certain help to help people learn and get started with whatever issue they need. So after college, I am the first in my family to graduate college. Hooray.
That's wonderful.
And post-college, I decided to work with an organization called City Year. And that's a program where they have us go into the schools and kind of just help scholars improve in their math, reading, and social emotional learning. And then from that experience, I met many scholars who share similar struggle that I had growing up. So I done something called research. I started researching and realizing, oh, okay, there's few programs here and there, such as, what one program that I use? There was this program that kind of helped outside city. It can kind of do more intensive tutoring. And that report will be for scholars, you know, to reach outside after school to get support. And while doing that for 2 years, that's when I found the Cleveland Fellowship. And that was my introduction into the county. And right there, I started looking with organization, looking up what they do. And I found myself in a relationship with a single mother who was also having some trouble trying to get assistance. And then that's where my work really started to shine. So there was this program called a Family Initiative, which kind of helped family with children get some money to help pay for a rent or utility when they're behind. And they didn't know that resource. So I was able to just look it up, give them a bunch of resources that I was able to find, including that Family Initiative. They took that, applied for it, boom, we have support. And that was my first experience was like, wow, this feels good. And then kind of go back with that idea where I call it, I want to be the man of resource, the man that just know where things are. So anytime when I meet someone, and this had happened a few times in my experience as a city year and with the county current, where I just meet people on the streets because I take the bus regularly. And they would just, I don't know what my aura, people would just come to me and tell me, hey, could you help me? Or, man, I'm going through something, you know, X, Y, and Z. Home is trouble. There's some issue, and I just help. And then that moment, that was like my cue to shine. And I'll be like, I don't know why. You know, you talked to me, but you came to the right place because now I know a few different people in these different organizations that I can share to you, and you can go ahead and have the resources. And we share contact, and just let me know how good you're doing. Lo and behold, you know, from my last relationship with that mother, they appreciate all the support. Some people that I met on the street where they would experience homelessness or just needed extra guidance, I was able to give those resources out, give them flyers, give them contact, give them names, and then able to just say, hey, just let me know if you just need anything else. And that really opened my heart. To now finally have those information, the skill set to just be able to help others who just share some of the experience that I have growing up. And that honestly would commit me.
I think that's amazing. And thank you so much for sharing that. I mean, lived experience is definitely the fuel for many people who've been through something themselves to want to help others. And it sounds like you're using your natural abilities with relationship building and meeting people where they are to become that wealth of knowledge for people. So that's incredible to use that in your work. Has anything changed? Has like your why changed, or your motive behind what you do? Has that changed at all since you began the work?
To be 100% honest, no, it's still the same. Like with the last session that we had here about, mental health and the bridge and making sure that's not collapsing, I had moments where I'm like, wow, this is a lot. I had a moment where I share trauma. Someone shares something that hit close to home to me, and I have to remember, it's okay to take that moment to pause, breathe, maybe separate yourself for a few days or a few hours. Give yourself some time to recenter yourself. But even when I have those moments, at the end of the day, I end up putting on my shoes, getting my laptop, getting my work phone ready. And I'm like, I'm going to help these people to the best of my ability. And if I do need time to take away, I take away. But I always remember, don't forget to get back up and continue doing the work, because I am making an impact in other people's lives.
Well, that's just amazing, LaShawn. This is great. Thank you so much for being on today on the podcast. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. And we're going to be excited to feature this. Absolutely. So thank you again.
And thank you for having me. It's my pleasure.
Absolutely.
Glad to serve.
Absolutely.